Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way, prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime, fight down. Me say Rastafari, war and crime, and do the righteousness. And we love, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja, Rastafari, save all people. And we love Jaja, we love Jaja, we love Jaja, Rastafari, save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime, Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, and we love Jah, me love Jaja, me love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jaja, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
What is wrong here? Sorry, my peeps. This didn't meant to happen. Sorry. This was not meant to happen. What is going on? No, sorry. Good evening, everyone. Sorry about the mock-up. That was not how my program was meant to run this evening.
you the warning. Long before the time. Hope you are prepared. Bongo man is here. Bongo man, rock, Ayana ya going to Zion, going to Zion. If you follow politicians, you will never come at all. Never come at all. You will never come at all. And if you follow his religions, you will never come at all. We are going to Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we were, when we remember Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, when we remember Zion, on the wicked carry us away, captivity required from us a song. Oh, can we see King of our song in a strange land? Brothers and sisters. So let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord. Chant it out, sister. Chant it out, brothers. Chant it out, everyone. That way I'm moving on, moving on, moving on. That way I'm moving on, moving on, moving on. That way I'm moving on, moving on, moving on. All over this world. From Jamaica to Netherlands, and I'm moving on, moving on, moving on. From Kingston to Rotterdam, and I'm moving on.
Good evening on an evening when we look back at one of Jamaica's musical legend, one of Jamaica's cultural icon, departed at a moment, an African revolutionary who departed at a moment when Jamaica need to stand and fail to stand. Good evening, welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. In the first segment of our program, we will have a look back at the life of Jimmy Cliff, and then we'll go on to the Prime Minister and his cabinet. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome, one and all. Thank you all for joining us. We had a mock up. Just as I was ready to come on air, my broadcast was mocked up and I have to delete everything and start all over again. So sorry for the delay. One big good evening, everybody. We are paying our respect to Jimmy Cliff this evening, so we will have a quick look back at his life and then we'll go into the Prime Minister, and all of his people don't know what they're about or who they are working for. Bear with me. Bear with me. I need to pull up this. Oh, don't play me about now, computer. Bear with me, my peeps. Bear with me. Yes, this is the video that I need. Bear with me. Oops.
Jimmy Cliff, born James Chambers on July 30th, 1944 in St. James, has passed on. I saw on a Facebook post from his wife that he had passed on. It is my understanding that he had a seizure after battling pneumonia. Now, Jimmy Cliff came to Kingston, having been brought up in rural Jamaica in the early 1960s in search of his musical dream. One of his first hit song was a song called Hurricane Hattie, which was produced by Leslie Kong. Jimmy Cliff also had hits such as Wonderful World, Beautiful People. Also, You Can Get It If You Want. He also had songs like I Can See Clearly Now, The Rain Has Gone. And then he had classics such as Many Rivers to Cross and The Harder They Come. And in 1972, Jimmy Cliff starred in that film, The Harder They Come, which brought Jamaica's reggae and Jamaica's culture to a global audience. And that movie became a cult classic. His music blends reggae, ska, rocksteady, and soul with socially conscious lyrics. And he was one of the very few artists, apart from Bob Marley, that had global recognition in the 1970s. Jimmy Cliff was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010, and he received Jamaica's third highest national honor, the Order of Merit. May his soul rest in peace, and salute to one of our great reggae icons.
Bear with. This is how it is covered in the United Kingdom. Sorry, I'm being told on this side that you're not getting the audio. Bear with me. Let me just put it back in. Bear with me. Where am I? Where am I? Is that the one? No, up here. That's you. Bear with. Bear with. I'll plug it. I'll plug it for you. Bear with me.
The Jamaican reggae singer and actor Jimmy Cliff has died at the age of 81.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. But you must try, try and try.
The artist, who was best known for his hits I Can See Clearly Now and You Can Get It If You Really Want, helped turn reggae music into a global phenomenon. I'm joined now by our entertainment reporter, Rishi Dowda. Rishi, Jimmy Cliff was a hugely influential figure, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think you can underestimate just how influential Jimmy Cliff was in bringing the sound of Jamaica to a global audience. He had this beautifully melodic voice and has been famous since the 1960s. One of just a handful of musicians alongside the likes of Bob Marley to be awarded the Jamaican Order of Merit. He had these hugely popular songs, I Can See Clearly Now, You Can Get It If You Really Want, Wonderful World, Beautiful People as well. But an actor too, he had the lead role in the 1972 crime drama The Harder They Come, which had a very famous soundtrack as well. That movie is very much seen as the cornerstone of Jamaican cinema. Jimmy Cliff's most recent album actually came out in 2022 called Refugees, rounding off a musical discography with more than 30 albums in total. His wife, Latifah Chambers, announced his death on Instagram, saying he passed due to a seizure followed by pneumonia. He was 81 years old, but his singing story started at the age of just 6 years old when he began performing in church. Paying tribute today, the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness called Cliff a true cultural great who uplifted people through hard times and inspired generations.
The Jamaican reggae singer and
Many rivers to cross, but I can't seem to find my way over. Wandering I've been lost as I traveled along the wide cliffs of Dover. Many rivers to cross, and it's only my will that keeps me alive. I've been licked, washed up for years, and I merely survive because of my pride.
What Jimmy Cliff would want of us is to continue the African revolutionary spirit that he brought to us in his music. And we will do no other but that. To a legend, rest in peace. And to his family, condolences. Thank you all very much for being with us in paying our tribute to one of Jamaica's great. Lord, make we go on the ungodly one them now. Time for us on the ungodly lot. Prime Minister, I don't think this government have a priority, do you? Why is my audio keep knocking out? StreamYard has been behaving quite indecently tonight, for whatever reason. StreamYard has been behaving quite indecently. Don't know what got up into StreamYard tonight, but be indecent behavior in their own Japan. Let's try again. The land grab. Good evening and welcome to the land grab. Where are we? Where are we? We are confused by the amount of screen we are monitoring in the back here.
Conclude that Hurricane Melissa is just another man-made disaster for a land grab, let's just look at history and see who benefits. First, the Maui fires. Yes, asset management firms bought up a large part of what was destroyed. Oprah also got a big chunk of land. Second, Malibu. With the new permit regulations, it's practically impossible to rebuild. Now, guess what comes in? Third, Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. Yes, BlackRock increased its position in Albemarle a few days before they received $250 million from the government to boost lithium production. Residents were protesting, hurricane hits, agenda moves along. You can also find them buying land in Ukraine and Gaza and anything that looks like a disaster. Now this takes us to Jamaica. There is indeed a UN-backed smart city plan called Vision 2030 to connect Jamaica to the grid for digital IDs, surveillance, compliance, etc. Okay, but is it possible? Can they really manipulate the weather? The short answer is yes. You can find weather manipulation patents, there's Project HARP, there is cloud seeding technology. You can listen to a speech by ex-CIA Director John Brennan telling you all about it. So are these disasters just coincidences? Probably not, because like Lyndon B. Johnson said, he who controls the weather controls the world.
Put that aside, Prime Minister. We just remind you. So we're up on topic same way. So put that aside. Do we have a government, though? Is the question I would want to ask tonight. Because we are in an unprecedented disaster. We are in a hinge and pinch, and we don't seem to have a government. Cousin to say, the Prime Minister is in South Africa selling us for free, like literally £0. £0. The Prime Minister of South Africa and sell with her. Sit down with World Bank and Ramaphosa and all that jazz. Him and World Bank there. Then you have minister such a like and such a forth. With girlfriend, a foreign, sit down in a room, a delegate from all the way over there. Maybe a sick, the doctor sick and go foreign, go get looked after while we in the bacteria-filled hospitals. Put that aside. Then you have Rhoda Crawford, one of the Prime Minister's concubine. She's meant to be run Ministry of Education in it. Now, given say everything just pop down, so boops, drop a dot, run with. Disease a breakout. And the doctor for health, the boat and boat, just a go on so. Prime Minister, the boat and boat, just a go on so. From COVID, from Melissa, nobody not hear about the Deputy Prime Minister, just asleep so. Now, isn't Rhoda the undersecretary or one of the undersecretaries in the Ministry of Education, or you all call them junior ministers? Whatever term you want to call it, undersecretary or junior minister. Isn't Rhoda Mike Crawford one of those lot? With so much bangarang going on with we dilapidated fall down school them, and a rush to get everything back and running till January. Shouldn't the Undersecretary in Education be looking at whatever way we can facilitate children at the moment until we get back in school, so they don't fall back, particularly those who are coming up to their exam? But the junior minister is in the Caribbean campaigning for NDP party she gonna campaign for. While our country This is what I tell you, say, there's no priority. Remember, say, as soon as Melissa liquid on so, Babsy get up, Babsy never even wash her face the morning. Babsy come out and Babsy plan concert. She just all over the place. I sing and dance. So, I don't know, and like old drum knock. She turn up. Christopherton was warned by Dr. Dawes about measures to put in place and the possibilities of what virus, bacteria breaking out. Dr. Tufton left it until it break out. Dr. Tufton gone for holiday with an expensive front woman, and we left in a this squabble of leptospirosis and all of what them second them plan B where them can't throw out away because God protected us from Melissa. It hurt you because Melissa never killed we in it. It really hurt you. Then you have a prime minister, him out there, just a sell with a free so. You have a hog pen which is in disarray. Now the international community, as I told you the story this morning, the international community has no confidence in Andrew. The illicit enrichment and tax evasion investigation he's under, the election irregularity court challenge he's going through, and the blatant corruption. And what hurts the international community? It's the politicization of the aid. That is what annoys them. That is what is annoying the international community. The politicization of what they send to alleviate the suffering of the Jamaica people. With Craptam Tavares and Abska Fitzhenley have your walk and a by vote and political favors. One of the JDF walk and give out them something anymore, them international aid. But a plethora of Jamaica Labour Party MPs and senators are all over the place using the international aid to make a political name for themselves, and the international community is watching. Hence, with the private sector, they have asked Andrew Holness to step aside because they don't have confidence in him anymore. Andrew want his team in the Jamaica Labour Party to nominate Juliet Holness to become the Prime Minister, and the Labour Party ain't having it. Where are we going, Jamaica? Look at the time when we don't have no leadership in our country. A lot of the people that were in charge, you can barely see or hear them. The Prime Minister, what did the Prime Minister say at the GM that he couldn't have sent in a diplomatic cable? And this is where I turn to the waste of time and money of this ploy at the do little much of nothing. Because that's all it was, Andrew. As Fifth Element say, you went to report to your masters that yes, the sacrifice has been executed and we need money now to do this and to do that, to tie the Jamaica people up in a debt. When you get so much in a insurance and so much in a gifts and donation, and you still buy a container to sell to Jamaica people. You buy a container house and I go put them in an NHT debt. The foreign people, them watch you. You think because them see a thief off the whole of the COVID money and they never say anything? This time, when they see the people in a despair, them are going to make you walk off with the money just so? Turn rich all over again? No, man. Not again. So the international community have asked Andrew Holness to step aside. So you soon hear Ruckus and Prakas in the Jamaica Labour Party. I don't know make the Glen and I want my case run come out with it, but then them normally get paid for shut them out. How much though, Andrew Holness, did this trip cost? How much did this trip cost the country in a time when we don't even have, when the people them hungry and don't have food nor shelter, Prime Minister? How much did it cost Jamaica for you to go and splatter, platter, platter, cho, 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 cho? That's all. Hmm? That's all you went to the G20 to do. Cho, 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 cho. Meaningless, nothing less. Begging, bowing, and prostituting Jamaicans. Hmm? Playing on Jamaicans' disaster, the people of Jamaica sympathy, who are undergoing a disaster where you don't care about, where you get to sinting them and arms them up for yourself. And you still turn up at the G20 with your begging bowl. How much did that trip cost the country, Andrew Holness? And wouldn't your time have been better served directing the hog pen where you draw in your bosom? How much people did you take on that delegation with you? Was it a holiday spree in South Africa for your team? Because you said nothing at the GM, you had no reason there, you contribute nothing there other than wasting the country's money, Prime Minister. Other than wasting the country's money, what have you contradicted and contributed rather to the G20? Other than going to go tell them, say, yes, me clear the land, me no know if I the old slave them turn up on the sea coast and turn up in a Parity and Black River and I push the, because you know, say they saw the target land. And I push them back. Me try to clear the land, but me never get it clear properly. Because Melissa never even, one of them out of the community Melissa kill. I must say about 3 or 4 of Black River. You know, feel, I would know say born or no. But the waste of money, Prime Minister, how much did it cost Jamaica to send you to South Africa for nothing at all? At a time, Prime Minister, when Jamaica is in its worst, leadership, Prime Minister, with empathy, would demand a cancellation of a useless nothing. Because you went to the G20 for absolutely no reason. You contributed nothing. Your economy is not in the shape to do anything. The sign up or the report where you're going to go get them, you could have done it through a diplomatic cable and save Jamaica the money. You could have done those bull crap through diplomatic cable and save Jamaica the money. How much twerps did you take to South Africa with your Prime Minister? How big was your delegation that you took to South Africa? And what was the purpose? Can you report to Jamaica when you come back where Jamaica will benefit from sending you and your twerp them per holiday? Can you say? When you know, so this youth is a total waste of time. This youth, Andrew Holness, is a total waste of time. Why did Jamaica need to go to the G20? What can Jamaica contribute to the G20 other than handing over Jamaica rich resources to the G20, sacrificing Jamaica people so members of the G20 can get to do their land grab and create their godforsaken city in our backyard? What else other than that, Andrew Holness? Going to the GM was wasting Jamaica people money. What would benefit? What can we benefit from you going to the GM? Other than it's a staging, Prime Minister. Explain to the people, put the staging aside. Explain to the people of Jamaica, what is the benefit of you taking a delegation to the G20? What is Jamaica's benefit What does Jamaica hope to benefit from you taking a delegation to the G20? And what was the cost to the public purse? And do you think Jamaica could have picked up a bill of such at this time? A meaningless bill, a bill that doesn't benefit us when the people are hungry, thirsty, homeless, and disease are breaking out around them. Dr. Doolittle, they're out there, so. Lady Concubine, they're on there, so. You over there, so. Your wife are walking around and are going like a tranny gangster. The whole of your people, them, walk around and take government resources, international donor resources by political favor, because the amount of senator, the amount of senator and MP, me see you have a walk and give you things. We don't have emergency legislation to give we information so we can keep a track of the money and the things the international community is watching you, Andrew Holness. They have absolutely no confidence in you. Them cannot afford to make you rub up and go off with so much. We're going to remind you of the key aspects of the Prime Minister's bending over at the G20. Just bending over. Other than bending over, our Prime Minister does nothing. And this is the Americans' problem with Andrew Holness, his ways of prostitution, where he goes to bed politically and economically with the highest bidders. And that is the Americans' problem with him when it comes to the Chinese and their investments. So Andrew Holness know him not in a good shape right now.
Come close and listen to me very carefully. This is not politics. This is survival. This is about the future of our island, Jamaica. I am going to break down exactly what the Prime Minister just said at the G20 summit in South Africa. Yes, that's where he's at, Jamaica, in South Africa. Because what he presented there in South Africa was not leadership, Jamaica. It was submission. And I am going to break it down without no illusions. The Prime Minister stood in front of the G20, the 20 most powerful nations on earth, Jamaica. The same ones controlling the global banking system, the same ones shaping climate policy, the same ones holding the world's debt. And the Prime Minister opened his statement by saying, Jamaica is a success story. We sacrificed. We followed the rules. We maintained discipline. We stabilized our debt. And we reformed our economy. Jamaica, did you hear what I just said? He walked into the room like a student reporting to the headmaster. He did not walk in as a sovereign leader. He walked in as someone proving. He said, we obeyed, we complied. Now please treat us good. But he did not stop there. He used Hurricane Melissa like a tool. He said Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica and disrupted our development, destroyed our progress. And so now, Melissa will negatively affect our debt trajectory. So Hurricane Melissa became the reason, the excuse, and the justification. Melissa is now the currency they will use to tighten the climate agenda. But hold on, Jamaica did not just magically appear in a hurricane belt in 2025. We have always been in a hurricane belt. Storms are not new. Disaster is not new. But Jamaica, the timing is what's strange. The way Hurricane Melissa moved is what's strange. The fact that the PM used Melissa as the spearhead at the G20 speech is what's strange. Because instead of talking about things like evacuation failures, delayed response, no preparedness system, no food security plans, no national shelter upgrades, he used Melissa to sell Jamaica as a victim. Not to defend us, but to justify new climate financing. And that Jamaica comes with new rules. Now, what did the PM actually ask the G20? Listen, Jamaica, because this is where it gets dangerous. He asks for IMF climate financing, resilience loans, blended finance structure, thematic bonds, risk insurance models, new global frameworks, loss and damage rules. Do you understand what that means, Jamaica? It means more debt wrapped up in a climate language. It means more foreign oversight wrapped up in resilient talk. It means more global rules controlling our policies wrapped up in support for vulnerable nations. He did not ask for sovereignty. He did not ask for reparations. He did not ask for true independence, Jamaica. He asked for money with strings attached. He asked for a system that tracks us. He asked for climate-based agreements that turns Jamaica into a case study, a laboratory. And here is the part he thinks we will not notice. The PM said at the G20, we must preserve the IMF resilience and sustainability. Trust. Do you know what that is, Jamaica? It is a climate loan system that comes with the following: conditions, reforms, monitoring and data control, and of course, oversight of national decisions. It is not free money, Jamaica. It is not reparations, Jamaica. It is not justice. It is climate debt. And it is disguised as help. It is a leash, Jamaica. It is a collar.
Globalist, you know, hit the like button for
And
me,
small
please.
islands are being lined up one by one to wear it. So here is what the PM did not say at the G20. He did not mention oil drilling off the coast of Jamaica. He did not mention seabed extraction. He did not mention mining deals. He did not mention foreign companies controlling our natural resources. He did not mention the Thunderball oil block. He did not mention the fault lines or the methane risk. He did not mention the environmental danger. Nor did he mention the people still suffering with no lights, no water, and no food after Melissa. He did not mention the communities that are abandoned, the evacuation failures, the destruction, Jamaica, that was predictable. He did not mention the reason Jamaica remains vulnerable: foreign contracts and a government that does not build local resilience. He did not speak with the fire of a leader defending the land. He spoke with the tone of a man selling Jamaica as a climate vulnerable investment opportunity. Did you hear me, Jamaica? He sold us as a climate vulnerable investment opportunity. You see the real meaning of that G20 speech, Jamaica? I'm a wanting to hear me loud. Your Prime Minister just positioned Jamaica as the model student of the IMF, a compliant partner to the global powers, a climate vulnerable asset ready for investment, a country willing to adopt global rules, a nation seeking more climate debt, a small island waiting on big brothers to rescue us. This is not sovereignty. This is not independence. And Jamaica, this is not leadership. This is submission disguised as diplomacy. Ask yourself, why is Jamaica aligned so fast with global climate finances right after Melissa? Right after rising oil exploration activity? Right after mining expansion? Right after seabed surveying? Right after foreign companies circling our waters? Right after the constant traveling of our Prime Minister to these climate finance and investment summits? And now Jamaica, the G20. Something Jamaica has never been invited to before. Why now? Why the timing? Why the alignment? Because Jamaica is being lined up to be the prototype. Yes, the prototype nation for climate financing experiments, resilience loan models, new climate triggered debt instruments, and global climate governance. Jamaica, wake up. This is bigger than politics. This is bigger than one party. This is about the future of the land beneath our feet. Jamaica is being treated like a climate lab, a financial test site, a resource zone, a vulnerability case study, and soon an energy hub without the Jamaican people owning a single drop. If we don't wake up now, Jamaica, if you don't start questioning now, if you don't start paying attention to the pattern, you will wake up and realize finally that Jamaica was sold, not lost, signed away, not stolen, and given up, not taken. Hurricane Melissa did not make us vulnerable. Corruption, obedience, foreign contract, and silence did. And now vulnerability is used to sign Jamaica into deeper systems that only benefit the global powers. Jamaica, wake up now.
Jamaica, wake up now. We cannot reiterate that more than we do. Wake up now. Everything as we speak is being pulled from under your feet. The southwestern seabed of Jamaica, mainly Pedro Bank and South Bank, they call it the Calabre Zone or the Walton Morant Zone. The Black River and its Silkamine sand. The southern coastline of Jamaica from Black River to Treasure Beach. The lands in and around Black River, which the Prime Minister wants to build his new city. Wake up, unite, or you're going to perish or lose an awful lot. Well, Norman, from the other day, I've been asking Andrew Holness, can you give an account for the international aid, please? And this is why the international community have lost confidence in Andrew Holness, because they have sent a plethora of aid and money to Jamaica, and they are not seeing anything. They are not seeing anything meaningful done for the people on the ground. People are still hunger, thirsty. People are still homeless, despite the amount of tent, despite the amount of sleeping bags, zincs, plyboard, and all sorts that the international community have donated. They are not seeing any of such getting to the people. They are seeing the NGOs, charities, entertainers, vloggers, and everybody getting to the people faster than the government. Believe you me, let Andrew Holness continue to play. He's never been watched before as he's been watched now. He's never been watched before as he's been watched now. The entire international communities, all sorts of vloggers, black and white in the international spheres, is paying a close attention to Andrew since Melissa. It wasn't like when it was just us, where they brand us as PNP or propagandists when we speak. A whole plethora of international vloggers are paying attention now. The corruption that we've been talking about, they are seeing it played out on the big stage, because remember, Jamaica is a stage at the moment. You know, like Gaza was the last stage, and as soon as the Gaza war over, we become the new stage, because you have to have a new ongoing stage and you can't dry up. How the bloodsuckers work, there have to be somewhere for them to send their NGOs and their all sorts they want to send. There is always somewhere where they want to invest in. And the best time for investment is in disaster, chaos, and frustration. So for all of you people in Westmoreland, Manchester, right across the disaster zone, but particular St. Elizabeth, where them want to develop them town and them South Coast tourism, your land matters. That is what they are after. It is generational wealth. Something most and a lot of you have inherited from generations passed down to you. Just like how them walk and buy up and secure for them children, you want to secure some of the Theo's children too. So you want to make sure that you secure your property. This is another dunce where we not pay attention too much. You know the Hugh Grant dunce, the chief executive of JPS? Yeah, that's expensive dunce. Now, if we look at our two recent experience, Beryl and Melissa, how it destruct the knackered and balmy JPS infrastructure across the country and across the worst hit areas. He's answering the question at the press conference as to whether it is time for Jamaica to put its electric grid underground. He's saying it is too expensive and all sort of malarkey. But them normally quote the expensive is too expensive to do. But rather than, if you look at your two recent experience, Beryl and Melissa, what would you find more expensive in the long term? If we are to believe your climate change argument and that the weather is going to step up a gear and all of that, then we're going to have more frequent hurricane. And we're going to have the same repeated thing all over again. If it is that the infrastructure would be safer underground? Wouldn't it in the long term save us more money if we continue to get, if our infrastructure rather, or and Vaz would call it infrastructure, doesn't really matter. One word for labor right, one word for the rest of us. Wouldn't though, in the long run, that save us money, and it also give us a quicker bounce back after such a disaster, because our infrastructure wouldn't have bore the brunt it would have if we have them in this dangling half buried form that they're in? Just saying. Hmm? Because one thing I realize, people in power, they lack the ability to think past their nose, may I add. They lack the ability to think past their nose. And that's why we're not getting any service. That's why Melissa is a catastrophe. Hmm? That's why Melissa, the disaster Melissa, is turning out into a worse, a humanitarian disaster. Because we've got some numb brains, unable to think, unwilling to take advice. And because of that, weeks on, when more help should have been offered to the people are suffering. Some communities don't see these people yet. Some communities don't see any meaningful help from the people. Homelessness and displacement was a great consequences of Melissa. The government has not moved to do anything in the immediate assistance, no short term. And so this little school, the school where they did, the government had turned them out, forget the school, them fix up a part of the school, them what them did catch up, The government had put them out to refurbish school for January. And Japan read out how much it tempt them send. And we don't see the Prime Minister, the government do anything to deal with the homelessness issue. Rather than the Prime Minister look at measures where he can deal with now, the Prime Minister deal with things to put people will lose everything, lose them livelihood. I look at one of the confusion for people right now, where do I start again when everything when me used to depend on mash up? But the Prime Minister's solution for homelessness and displacement is to buy a container house and sell it back to you. Or you have to go into a long plethora of social housing referral. People are going to be the bureaucracy that the Prime Minister, the unnecessary, may I add, bureaucracy that the Prime Minister used to tie this thing up. A lot of people will be homeless for an awful long time. A lot of people will be displaced, probably indefinitely, because that is the intention. That is really the intention, to displace people indefinitely, because it's a land grab. It is a land grab. Before the Prime Minister provide any meaningful resources to the people of St. Elizabeth, the Prime Minister send the land agency go down there, because the Prime Minister is about scooping up what him can find. It's really not too much about the people of Jamaica.
I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environs as well. We're doing it for recovery purposes as well as to find those government lands that can be used as a part of the recovery planning process.
For the average Jamaicans, what does that?
Okay. So Black River popped down and all of the bomb them were in Japan with inner the nice, it broke down Black River and left it there so. St. Elizabeth now have no other land prime minister where you could have used for rehouse people, for whatever set up whatever rehousing. Which part in a Black River you are going to set up rehousing prime minister when, all right, say for example that you are setting up a tent city. Independence Park would have been the place where that would work. But Independence Park is where you're using to assemble all the rubbles that you're clearing out of the town. You're assembling all those rubbles at Independence Park. Over secondary, I think over the high school, I think over the field hospital there. No other land no there where you can use set up a tent city, which part in a Black River town you are going to rehost people when at the same place you look for build your city. So the argument on us say no chaplain whatever with it just expose you. Because you know either tell lie or give misinformation. Yes, him talk one truth about building new industry or whatever. But this is not anything about rehousing people. You're not going to rehouse people in the place where you want to build your city. Somebody going like we're idiots.
I'm Chaplain Williams. I'm from the National Land Agency. I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environs as well. We're doing it for recovery purposes as well as to find those government lands that can be used as a part of the recovery.
Globalists, when they keep telling us say yesterday the cleanup party, you know say me done so when it come to number. You no realize say the 30th of the cleanup. But Prime Minister, as I've been asking you from the other night, among the resources that Ghana send portable toilets and portable hand wash stations. Remember we say we borrow one of them down a party there for aid with clean up and all of that, and because we don't have no light and water, so we beg you, we rent our loan, any way you want to do it, beg rent our loan, we'll look a portable toilet and a portable hand wash station. Also, Ghana send what Ghana call Gary, but for us it's cassava. Because a fufu me make with my stew peas sometime when me make stew peas. That's something specific what we now sell in other farm there Jamaica. When you see that, you know, say Ghana I come from. That's one of what they use to make fufu or sometime with plantain or with yam. But, Prime Minister, can we have one of the portable toilets and one of the portable hand wash station? And we sent to the people that love cassava, you know, so you know we love bami down there. So, if you could have throw on few bag at the Gary, Prime Minister, the people them want to know what happened to them things. The people them want to know how they not see them things and issue to the people them for when you do the thing on camera, forget the glory, you know. The people them say what happened to them things when they send come Japan, Ghana, Belgium, England, America. The people them say Andrew Holness, want to them things. Because them know you're unnimble. Them know you're unnimble, Prime Minister. And them know you're unsticky. So the people them say, want to them things. How come? How come they not see them things distribute to the people? How come so much 100 plane load coming in the country and people still hungry, thirsty, and asleep on road? Work that out, no? Work out how that go. Work out how a government dealing with a disaster have time to go and sit down and cho. That's all you did. How much did it cost us, Prime Minister? How big was your delegation? And couldn't you have put Jamaica first in dealing with the unprecedented disaster rather than go sit down and a beg barra and a lurk for steal, you criminal? Failed leadership, lack of leadership, leadership in absence, leadership disconnected from those who they claim to lead. Where are we going, Jamaica? Certainly not forward. With a criminal entity, a criminal organization led by a criminal family, and you think we're going somewhere?
I'm Chaplain Williams. I'm from the National Land Agency. I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environs as well. We're doing it for recovery purposes as well as to find those government lands that can be used as a part of the recovery planning process.
For the average Jamaicans, what does that mean?
Well, for the average Jamaicans, what it means is that the government, through the arm of the National Land Agency, is trying to find those lands that are within the area that was affected, that can be used to whether to house persons who are displaced or for new industries, for whatever purposes it is that the government wants, based on what the plans are going forward for Black River, then those lands can be used for those purposes.
If Jamaicans want to get more information on the plans, future plans, based on your evaluation, how can they go about getting that information?
Okay, well, based on what needs to be done, the Parish Council, which would be the Black River Parish Council, they will be the ones who would lead that process, but also the government, from the perspective of the local government ministry, would also play a part, and also the ODPEM, because they're in charge of the whole recovery process as well.
Yeah. It's all about land. Don't let them fool you. Wherever you see disaster, man-made disaster, like a hurricane like Melissa, like a conventional war, land, resources, and investment are the three big key things. Land, resources, and investment are the three big things. If our Prime Minister was forward thinking, if our Prime Minister cared for his people and the responsibility given to him, the Prime Minister would have aborted, even if his mission to the G20 was a meaningful one, that's something Jamaica would have benefited from. Good leaders would have aborted that. Never mind, the Prime Minister have absolutely no reason for being there. All that the Prime Minister said on camera or in private could have done via diplomatic cable. Besides, what the Prime Minister was reading from was written for the Prime Minister by the United Nations. So it was useless of us to spend so much money to send your Prime Minister and a delegation to a meeting to sit down and listen. I mean, whatever deal he's agreeing with them. But then again, maybe it work out better so because him can struck bilateral him can struck memorandum of understanding with them, all of them in the one room, whereas if indeed we go do it one, we would have to send him and come in a Johnson with a neck, with a head pan in neck, go to all of these countries and they, said they now go follow them with the knives as well. So I don't even know which one was which was a globalist. But this though was a waste of money. It wasn't the time for it. The Prime Minister have more and better things to do at home. To go and sit down and listen to a bunch of yapping poodles as it was whittled down to the G19. Because Donald Trump, the big baby, if she's not in charge, then she'll just waller. But who cares? All of these big organization and corporation, they don't mean anything. It's a gentleman's club. The United Nations, the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, IMF, the World Bank, the Central Bank, all of these entities, they are a gentleman's club. Not because you see woman in there don't mean it's a gentleman club. Yes, woman knock and kick and bore and make them way in, but the structure, the philosophy, the ideology of these things are a gentleman's club. Then an art, and a people them with heart. Them don't see us as human beings. They see us as numbers or profits. Numbers or profit. That's how they view us. Even though we will wallow over them, especially how we wallow over for we useless, thieving, corrupt, crooked, underprivileged politicians. They really, really don't care. It is only us. But Africa have a saying, when the fool learns the game is over. The game is only continuing because us, the fool, is not aware of the game. There's only one player in the game, and it's our crooked politician. Only one sets of player in the game. It's our crooked politician. The day we learn the game, it is over. Game over for them. What they're going to play anymore, they can't outplay us because we know exactly what they're going to do. Unite or perish. Unite or perish. Is either you stand up for something or you go cap in hand with them and accept anything. Thank you very much for being here with us tonight on Global TV as we bring you back your nightly program. As you know, Melissa did bitch way up for a while, but we straighten out with selves like how Andrew straighten out the old bicycle rim them and use it make house down at Edmund Ridge, give the people them and put cardboard, cartridge paper and ponal and say, Babs your uncle, that's your better than Operation Pride walls. Anyway, my peeps, thank you very much for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button if you have not yet. We don't know why we could have don't want to hit the like button, you know, but it's too many contention, we don't know. Too many problem with Uno. I don't know, me don't like to call over the like button every minute. And me don't know, good God Almighty, me out here 2 years now. And every day if you galang about the same thing, so then me will sound mad. If me fi galang about the same thing every night, I don't know do it, then I'm mad, me I go sound mad. Anyway, globalists, thank you very much. Join us tomorrow morning.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just a try and I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari. War and crime. And do that righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I and I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari. War and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love all. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.